Freshmen around the country. He is one of them. So I hope he gets a chance to shine on this stage. If he's not playing very well or feeling his best against Virginia, I think Virginia will win.
Tennessee's got to go into halftime right now going, we're down 10. We're down 10. We got to guard, and we got to shut their water off. You remember when the game...
I'm gonna keep believing in this house we've been building. Love that we've been making helps our hearts with the healing. Cause I know what I'm meant for, in the place where I belong. Every moment brings me closer to home. Brick by brick and bow by bow, better than the day before. Brick by brick and bow by bow, every day love you more. Keep dreaming each day right here. Chapter by chapter, verse by verse and a hook. Lying under that old oak guitar, picking the notes that we wrote. Ice cream in my heart, root beer flow. Keep believing in this house we've been building. Love that we've been making helps our hearts with the healing. Cause I know what I'm meant for, in the place where I belong. Every moment brings me closer to home. Brick by brick and bow by bow, better than the day before. Brick by brick and bow by bow, every day love you more. Keep dreaming each day writing on book. Chapter by chapter, verse by verse and a hook.
All right, back here for match number 2. Took a ball on warm-ups here if you're watching along. That was what all the chaos and silence and mess was about. I think we're back in action here. Getting ready for day 1, match 2. This is Northern Lights 15 Xenon. Matched up in the second one against the A seed, 575, 15 Derrick, PCVC. I believe an Atlanta-based club. I think we're going to go with 575. Unless we can learn more very quickly. This is the A-B matchup. The winner will get a bye in the crossover and automatically a bid into tomorrow morning's session in the gold bracket competition, or on the way to compete for the gold bracket. The loser of this match will play at 7 o'clock and need to win 2 to get to the gold. Paige Stadler to serve. She sends it into the 1. It's a good serve, good pass and system. Strong side attack. Big swing right down the line to the floor. And 575 takes the first point of this match. Peachtree City, I think, is the PC. Fettrell goes down to get it. Stadler runs back to Fettrell. Two-hander over the block. Picked up by 575, but not coming back. And we're knotted at 1 here in set 1. 1-1 set 1, match 2, and Fettrell to serve. Fettrell into the 1-6. Strong side attack punched over. Fettrell on the dig. Stadler goes to Gleason. She loops over the block, over the defense, over the baseline. Point 575. Libero Stella Quinn to serve. Sends it over. Our libero Munson responds all the way across. Gleason, big swing. Net's still shaken, but we're going to play on. Free ball over. Yeah, there's the net violation. R1 has blown her whistle a number of times. It's loud in here. We got a net violation. Point Northern Lights. I thought I saw the net shaking. The R1 saw the net shaking, but again, loud in here. Munson now serving 2-2. Munson goes down the line, but she went before the signal for ready. It was a good serve, just poorly timed. 2-2, set 1, Munson. Same spot, good serve, good pass and system, middle attack, big swing, it's a good one. That was in by about 4 tiles. It was called out by the lines judge, but point 575. 3-2 they lead. Vicious attack out of the middle. Turn the lead, and this is Paget. Sends it over. Munson's there. Stadler back to Halbersma. Halbersma down the line. It's wide. Point 575, and they've got Northern Lights doubled up here in set number 1, 4-2. Paget serving once again into the 6. Gleason pops it up. Munson back to Gleason. She's going to have to free ball it. She does. Oh, here comes 575. Right side attack. Big swing off the block to the floor. Point 575. They've got a good offense going right now. They've got the Lights squad scrambling all over the place. Kenzie Paget at the service stripe. Fettrell sends it up. Stadler back to Halbersma. Halbersma over the block. Good dig in the back row. Free ball coming. Roll shot over. Munson on the pass. Stadler goes outside. Gleason steps into it. Down the line. She scores. Jenna Gleason down the line for Northern Lights. Stopping the mini run of 575. Socorro will check in. Give Halbersma a break. There's the signal for ready, and Sikora down 2 will go to work. Good strong serve. Libero pops it up nicely. Middle attack. Tipped over. Stadler sends it up high. Dante. Nope, it's over. 575. Free ball. Fettrell is there. Sikora runs back to Stadler. Stadler over the block. To the floor. Point. Northern Lights. Also a net violation. Unfortunately, no 2-point plays. We only get one. It's a kill for Paige Stadler on the right side, and now Sikora will try to tie things up at 5. Sikora into the 6. Just long. Point 575. Nice job. Libero Quinn ducking at the last second. Back to serve. Griffith for 575. Good short serve. Munson does it a good job sending it over. Middle attack. Sent over. Munson up the dig. Sikora is going to run back to Gleason. Gleason into the 1. Nice dig there. Strong side attack coming. Big swing. It's a good one. Point 575. Good attack from the left side. Finds the floor for the kill. It's 7-4, 575. Sent over. Munson with the pass. Sikora into the middle. Dante, big swing into the 6-1 seam. Dante with the kill out of the middle for Northern Lights. Excitement all around for that smash. Serve by Gleason finds the net. Point 575. Now back to serve. This is Paris Orr for 575 with a 3-point lead. Serve finds the net. Point Northern Lights. Dante back to serve. Dante finds the net. Back to 575. 575 by 3. Now this is Barber. Barber to serve a 3-point lead. That one gets over the net. Tao collides with Munson. It's an ace serve. And 575 wins the race to double digits. It's 10-6. Barber to Munson. Munson to Sikora. Sikora to Stadler. Stadler to the floor. Just long. Point 575. And now the lead is a handful. Lights down 5 here in set 1. Although the board to my left says the Lights down 3. Make it 2. So clearly I have screwed something up here. We're going to adjust to the board and make it 8-10. Northern Lights down 2. Substitution, front row, Halbersma in. Sikora will take a break. Stadler, good strong serve. Nice pass, middle attack through the block. Tao goes down to get it. Munson gets number 2. Halbersma brings it back calmly. Here comes 575, quickly outside over the block. Tao with the dig. Stadler hustles to it. Fettrell over the block, picked up in the back row. Here comes 575, strong side attack over the block. Just wide. Point Northern Lights. It was close, but it was wide, and now Stadler will serve, looking to tie things up. Stadler into the 6. Good pass, middle attack, off the block, to the floor, and just like that, 575 is back up by 2. Run a tight crew here. I'm a team of 1 today. Executive producer Kira Spolitoro in New York City, enjoying some time with our youngest. Munson on the pass. Stadler goes back. Fettrell off the block. Picked up in the back row. Strong side attack coming. Big swing down the line. Stadler pops it up. Munson over to Halbersma. Halbersma steps into it. Off the net cord. Picked up in the back row. Strong side attack. Big swing. Blocked. Picked up by 575. Right side. Big swing. Through the block to the floor. Point 575. 575 now leads by 4. I don't know what I'm doing incorrectly with the score. My apologies. Munson, Stadler on 2, picked up by 575. They're going to go outside, tip, and down, point. 575, and now they lead by 5, 14-9 the score. Serve down the line. Tau sends it up. Halbersmo gets the second. Fettrell free ball. Look out, here comes 575. Right side attack. It's a good one. Nice dig by Stadler. Good hustle to get it over. That's the good news. Bad news is here they come again. It's the same attacker. Number 27. She's tall. Halbert with the kill. Pounding the ball from the right side. Timeout now, Northern Lights, as they trail by 6 here in set number 1. Fundamentally sound squad over there, 575. They run an offense attacking from all 3 positions. And they've got some size to do it. Lights doing a good job scrambling, but the ball's coming heavy. Lights 1-0 on the day. If you're just joining us, this is match number 2. Team from the other side is from the Atlanta, Georgia area. Coming up here to Minneapolis, trying to get a bid for the national tournament. They lead by 6. And this is Cheatham serving, sends it over. Munson steps into it. Halbersma off of Stadler. That's 4 contacts. Little miscommunication there. Point 575. Munson to Stadler. Stadler into the middle. Giguashvili scrambling is 575, and they free ball over. Tau is there. Back to Fettrell. Fettrell cut shot picked up by 575. Now Tau is going to go Stadler outside. Halbersma tip shot over the block, picked up nicely. Right side attack. Look out. Big swing to the floor. Seen that movie. Point 575. The right side attack is crushing us. Ball rolls onto the floor. We'll get a do-over. This is Cheatham. Sends it lofting over. Ace serve. Everything working for 575. Lights battling, struggling, clawing. Looking to get back in this one. They're down by 9. Well, that'll help. A point Northern Lights on the service error. And now Fettrell back to serve, trailing by 8. Fettrell up, Fettrell over. Pass, free ball coming, back row attack, looping over. Munson is there. Stadler goes outside. Gleason right into the block. Giguashvili tries to pick it up. She can't, and it's a point to 575. 19-10. The A seed beating the B seed here in set number 1. Substitution on the 575 side. More height in for 575. Good strong serve. Munson, good pass. Quickly in the middle. Giguashvili, strong attack. She turns around and she screams. Nice attack. Giguashvili off the block and to the floor for the kill. And high energy. Munson now down 8. 11-19. Need a little bit of a run here. Munson down the line. Good pass. Right side attack. Free ball is over. Let's see if we can take advantage. Munson, Stadler outside. Back row attack called as the overball off of Munson's hand was played above the net. Didn't matter that the attack was down as well. It's a point 575, and now they lead 20-11. Munson with the pass. Stadler goes all the way outside. Gleason, big swing, dug up nicely by 575. We're playing on. The R2 tried to call net violation. R1 said nope. we're playing on. Big swing down the line. Dug up by Stadler. Munson's going to go over to Gleason. Nice job tooling the block for the kill. Gleason tools. Now we got the coach saying, whoa, whoa, whoa. The R2 called net. The R1 is saying that's not her call. She can signal something, but I'm the one with the whistle. Okay. R1 and the R2 not getting along right now. I'll tell you, they didn't get along in the first match either. R2 strolls back across the floor. I think the R1 is saying, look, it's my call. Okay, we got a replay. So whatever was said worked. 20-11, we're going to replay that point. Paget will give it another serve. We'll see what the volleyball gods say. Gleason sends it up high. Fettrell back to Gleason. Gleason roll shot into the 6. Picked up by 575. Right side attack. Look out. Big swing, but this one's wide. Point, Northern Lights. 20-12. Again, Lights down. And now Sakura into serve. Down 8. Needs a run. Sakura, good serve. Nice pass perfectly to the setter. Middle attack off the block. Munson goes down to get it. Sakura pushes outside. Gleason right into 2 very big arms of Halbert for the stuff block. Now into serve. This is Griffith. Griffith sends it over. Munson is there. Sakura goes up to try to bring it back. She's above the net playing the ball. Can't do that. Point 575, and now 575 leads by 10. Griffith serves, sends it over. Munson goes in to get it. Sakura pushes back to Gleason. Big swing off the block and to the floor. Gleason with a good strong attack from the right side earns her way back to the service stripe. Down 9. Gleason into the 5-6. Picked up nicely. Big swing over the block. It's long. No touch. Point. Northern Lights. Now down 8. Gleason continues at the line. Good strong serve. Punched at. Good scramble. Nice job by 575 to bring it over. Sakura goes outside. Fettrell off the block. Picked up by 575. Free ball coming. Pushed over. Sakura steps in. Munson's going to go outside. Fettrell winds up. Fires. Dug up nicely by the libero. Strong side attack. Big swing. Dug up by Gleason. Sakura runs back to Stadler. Tip shot. Picked up. Sent over on 2. Munson is there. Sakura into the middle. Dante off the block. Punched up high in the air. There's the second attempt. Free ball coming. There it is. It's a good one. Gleason goes down to get it. Munson sends it up high. Fettrell free ball just off the net cord. And we're still in play. 575 sends it back. Munson more conventionally going into Sakura. Outside. Fettrell over the block. Into the floor. Exhausted set of players. We rallied on that one. Gleason trying to get some oxygen back in her body as she's now got a serve down 7. Good rally on that last point. Gleason, good serve. Strong side attack. It's a good one. Off the block of Stadler. Picked up by 575. They're calling no touch. Now that's interesting. I thought Stadler got a paw on it. I guess not. The R1 is right there. She can see it. And now Gleason serves down 6. Can she get to a handful? Good strong serve. Scrambling is 575. Free ball over. Gleason. Lift called. Point 575. All right, Lights down 7. They got a couple back there. Now libero. This is Quinn back to serve. Needing 2 to take set number 1. Quinn to serve. Here we go. No, not Quinn. Quinn serves over. Munson is there. Sakura into Dante. Tip shot. Picked up by 575. Free ball coming. There it is. Tao steps into it. Sakura is going to go all the way across. Fettrell. Good cut shot. Just wide. Point 575. And now they're on the hook. 24-16 the score here in set number 1. It's been a lot of 575 here in this second match of the day. Quinn to serve. Sends over. Munson is there. Sakura into the middle. Dante can't catch up to it. It's on the floor, and it's a point, 575. Set number 1 in the books. 25-16 the score. 575 taking care of Northern Lights. 575-15 Derek PCBC. This is their 3rd seed out of the club coming up from Atlanta. We'll see how Northern Lights bounces back, try to pick up set number 2 and get to a 3rd here at the Convention Center on a beautiful Saturday here in downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. All right, 575 back on the floor. Northern Lights still talking it over. They dropped the first one 25-16. It's a 3-team pool here, so we got 2 pool matches and then at least 1 crossover. The winner of this match will take the number 1 seed and take a bye into the crossover match, so they'll play at 8 o'clock. The loser of this match will take the number 2 seed
and have to do a play-in to the crossover and win 2 more to play on for gold medal contention. So the loser plays at 7. The winner will play at 8. And the loser will potentially have 2 more matches tonight. All right. Looks like both teams on the floor. Set number 2 is going to get started now. Down the line. Fettrell. Stadler return to center. Fettrell in the block. And to the floor. A stuff block by 575, and they start set number 1. Excuse me, set 2 with strong net play on that right side once again. Cheatham sends it over. Munson sends it out of play. Ace serve, 575, and they're continuing their roll from set number 1. Good strong serve, falls to the floor. And quickly, it's 3-0, 575. Chatham, good service run here. As I say that, she finds the net. Point Northern Lights, they're on the board. Stadler back to serve, down 2. Stadler into the 5-6, passed up nicely, middle attack, big swing, blocking Guashfully. free ball coming. Pushed back down by Gigo Ashfali. The lines judge said it was outside the antenna. I didn't think it was. I don't know if the R2 did either. Either way, Gigo Ashfali with the block scores. Stadler trying to tie things up. Deep one, sent high and deep off the deflection, and we're knotted at 3. 3-3 on court, 3-3. Paige Stadler will give it another go. Try to give Northern Lights their first lead in a long time. Stadler deep into the 1. Fought off nicely. Strong side attack. Big swing over the block. Munson gets a hand on it, but sends it into the scores. Seats, and it's a point, 575. Good effort by Munson. And here comes 575. This is Elena Gaines. Short serve. Munson's there. Perfect pass into the middle. Gigo Ashfali off the block. Picked up by 575. Middle attack blocked by Gigo Ashfali. And here comes 575 once again. They're going to go right side this time. Stadler with the dig. Munson to Fettrell. Deep corner. Off the deflection and out of play. Point. Northern Lights 4-4. Good hustle by 575. Leaving court 33. Headed to court 28. Came to a sliding stop. A little dangerous. Got to be careful crossing courts like that. Fettrell now will serve. 4-4. Lights looking for their first lead in set 2. Fettrell sends it down the line. Picked up nicely. Right side attack. No block. Point. Northern Lights. That attack into the net. And Northern Lights has their first lead in set 2 and first lead in a long time. Fettrell into the 6. Good serve. Sent over. Munson to Stadler outside. Gleason into the block. Big hands of Halbert send that one back. Sorry. 5-5 the score. Again, I'm missing my executive producer. Talking, chewing gum, and scorekeeping all at the same time. Bad combination. Serve over. Fettrell there. Stadler's going to run back to Halbersma. Halbersma, big swing. Picked up nicely in the back row. Strong side attack. Into the block and down. Northern Lights there, but didn't quite get the reach. And the ball falls on the Northern Lights side. Good strong serve. Munson there. Stadler to Gigo Ashfali. Off the block, off the deflection, off the face. To the floor. It's a nice kill for Gigo Ashfali. Out of the middle, and we're knotted at 6. 6-6 the score. 5-6 Munson serving. Off the net cord. Nice pickup by 575. Strong side attack. That's a good one off the block. Picked up by Gleason. Net violation called on Northern Lights. Point 575. 7-6 the score. And Griffith into serve for 575. Sends it off the net cord. Picked up by Dante. Good job. Munson and Stadler, miscommunication, point 575. And Griffith sends it over short. Fettrell there, outside. Gleason, big swing. It's deflected, and it's a nice kill for Northern Lights, and they're down 1, 7-8. Sakura in. Halbersma will get a break. Sakura looking to serve. Trying to tie things up at 8. Sakura into the 6. Good pass. Right in system. Middle attack. Big swing. Off of Dante to the floor. Point 575. Nice quick attack into the middle. Dante was there. Just off the arm and to the floor. Now Quinn will serve. Quinn with a 2-point lead. Good strong serve. Gleason steps in. Sakura goes outside. Stadler down the line. Bumped up high. Free ball coming. There it is. Munson's underneath it. Sikora with options. She wants Gleason. Big swing. Sent up high into the convention center ceiling. Not coming back. Point Northern Lights. Nice swing by Gleason from the right side. Nice dig. But it found its way past the bench. And now Gleason will look to tie things up at 9. Good strong serve. Fought off. Right side attack. Look out. It's over the block. No touch. And we're knotted at 9 as the attack was long. 9-9. 5 plus 4 is 9 serving. Good short serve. Picked up nicely. Back row attack coming. Loop shot over. Gleason on the dig. Sikora into the middle. Dante tip. Picked up out of the campfire. Strong side attack. Left-handed attack is short. Point Northern Lights. 10-9. Now Northern Lights back on top. Gleason down the line. Trouble! Into the bench area. Off the coach's hand, and it's a point Northern Lights. Crowd calls for a Northern Lights cheer. 11-9, Gleason down the line. Another good serve. Fought off. Not coming back. Ace serve. Jenna Gleason. 12-9 now the score. Gleason working quickly. Here's the signal for ready. Gleason finds the net. Point 575. Nice run by Jenna Gleason. Getting Northern Lights back on top. She'll take a break, and now Tao in to play defense. Barber to serve for 575. Munson pops it up. Tao takes number 2. Stadler steps into number 3, and here comes 575. Strong side attack. Big swing off the high hands. Picked up by Tao. Sikora goes outside. Fettrell over the block. Picked up nicely by 575. Strong side attack. That's a good one. Nice dig, Munson. Sikora all the way across. Fettrell off the block. Picked up by 575. They're going to come strong side. Tip shot. Picked up by Sikora. Munson's going to go outside. Fettrell steps into it off the block. Trouble. Down! Fettrell scores for Northern Lights. 13-10. Great defense by Northern Lights there. There was a frenzy of attacking going on by 575, and Northern Lights hung in there, and they're in their 13th point. Dante deep into the 1, sent up high. Strong side attack on her feet, roll shot over. Dante with the dig. Sikora pushes outside. Off the block goes Fettrell. Here comes 575. Strong side attack. It's a good one. Point 575. Vicious attack down the line. Knocks the hat off a spectator. And now 575 to put it in play. Tao sends it up high. Sikora pushes back. Stadler, good strong swing into the 6. Picked up by 575. Right side attack. Look out. Nice dig, Sikora. Munson's going to go outside. Fettrell into the 6. Picked up nicely there. Strong side attack. Big swing through the block to the floor. Point 575. Halfway through set number 2. Good serve over. Munson is there. Sikora back to Stadler. Stadler roll shot over the block. Punched that over and out. Point Northern Lights. And Stadler with the kill. Earns her way back to the service stripe with a 2-point lead. Sikora takes a break. Halbersma in. Stadler the serve. Into the 1. Good pass in system, right side attack. Look out, it's over the block. Munson punches at it, sent up high and over by Gigo Ashvili. Free, strong side attack, pushed over on 2. Stadler on 2, into the ring of fire for the kill. Stadler scores for Northern Lights. And she'll serve once again. Good strong serve into the 1. Punched up high. Libero is there. Free ball over. Tao steps into it. Stadler with options. Goes outside. Fettrell into the block. Stadler goes to Halbersma. Big swing down the line. Oh, how did that get out? Looked like a great attack, but it was out. Point to 575. Back to serve is Gaines now. Gaines goes short. Munson is there. Halbersma from the left side sends it over. Nice dig by 575. Strong side attack off the block. Picked up by Munson. Stadler runs back to Halbersma. Halbersma with the tip. Finds the net. Point. Northern Lights. 15-14 now. 575 looking to tie set number 2 up. 575 leads 1-0. Gaines at the service stripe. Gaines goes short. Powell sends it up high. Stadler goes outside. Halbersma lunges into it, but finds the net, and it's 15-15 now here in set number 2. Gaines to serve. Gaines over. Munson there. Stadler can't pull it out of the net. Ace serve. Timeout, Northern Lights. As 575 has retaken the lead. The Braves chant in play. I saw that in match number 1 when the other team calls a timeout and they have momentum. It's the whoa, I guess maybe that's not Braves, is it? Florida State? I don't know. Either way, they're celebrating a 16-15 lead. Here in set 2, they also lead 1-0. Northern Lights breaks the huddle. They're on the floor. 575 breaks the huddle. They're on the floor, and Gaines to serve with a 1-point lead. Over short, Munson into Stadler, and free ball over by Fettrell. Strong side attack is off the block. Now they're going to go right side attack. Big swing, blocked, but into the R2, and it's a point. 575. Their monstrous attack back in play here in set 2. Gaines over. Fettrell there. Stadler back to Fettrell. Big swing through the block. Picked over. Sent back. And knocked down. Nice scramble by 575. Munson. Stadler on 2. Scores! Scrambling were 575 on the previous play. Stadler goes quickly over on 2 into the ring of fire for the score. And now Fettrell looking to tie things up at 17. Fettrell short serve. Good serve. Nice pickup. Strong right side attack. Down the line. Sent up high by Munson. Fettrell into the middle of the floor. Halbersma long. Point. 575. 18-16 now. 575 leads. Paget to serve for 575. Good strong serve. Munson is there. And Gleason off the high hands. Out of play. Point Northern Lights. I thought maybe, just maybe, we're going to get 4 contacts there, but the R1 ruled contact at the net, thankfully. I think it was the right call, but she's got a much better angle than I do. And now Greta Munson down 1, 17-18 to serve. Looking to tie things up at 18. Lights down, 1-0. Munson, good serve into the 1-6 seam, in system, middle attack, blocked by Dante. Picked up, free ball over. Fettrell is there, Stadler to Dante, tipped over, off the block, and to the floor. Dante scores for Northern Lights, and it's 18-18. We're all knotted up in set number 2, racing to 7. Again, 575 up 1-0. Into the 1, sent up high. Strong side attack coming, stepped into it, it's over the block. Munson with the dig. Stadler goes outside, Gleason tip off the block and to the floor. Jenna Gleason tools the block and scores for Northern Lights, and now they lead 19-18. Munson looking for 20. Into the 1. Good serve, good pass. Right side attack, big swing. To the floor cleanly. And we've reached the tastiest point in volleyball. 19-19 root beer here on court 33. Griffith in to serve. Racing to 6. Up and over. Petrol there. All the way across. Gleason steps into it off the high hands. Picked up in the back row. Strong side attack. Line shot. Finds the net. And Northern Lights wins the race to 20. Northern Lights in the red zone as Sikora comes in to serve. Sikora needs 5 to get to a third set. Let's go one at a time. Sikora up. Good serve into the 1. Sent up high. Free ball coming. Let's use it. Munson's there. Sikora with options. Back row to Fettrell. Fettrell has to two-hand it over. Here comes 575. Middle attack. Tipped over. Picked up by Stadler. Sikora goes back to Stadler. Stadler looping shot into the 6. Picked up middle attack. Look out. It's long. No touch. Point Northern Lights. Good job, Northern Lights sticking with that one. Sikora wipes off her hands, dries them off. She's got a 2-point lead. Sikora up. Good strong serve. Nice pass by the libero. Back row attack coming. It's a good one. Cleanly to the floor. Vicious attack out of the back row. Scores for 575. I think Lights was expecting a little more of a free ball, and that was a massive attack. And now libero Quinn to serve, looking to tie things up. Lights still up by 1. Sent over. Munson's there. Sikora chases it down. Gleason from the right side. Cross-court shot. What a dig, but it's not coming back. Gleason scores. Nice cross-court shot. Excellent defense by Griffith. Coming in to pick that one up, and we get a timeout, 575, as Northern Lights leads by 2, 22 to 20 here in set number 2. 575 took set number 1. Northern Lights needs this one to send it to a third and decisive set. Gleason looks ready. 575 just broke the huddle. Gleason anxiously awaiting the signal for ready. There it is, and here we go. Gleason into the 6. Passed up perfectly. Right side attack. Big swing off the high hands. Sikora with the dig. Munson's going to go outside. Fettrell tip over the block. And down. Fettrell scores for Northern Lights. 23 to 20 now. Gleason needs 2. She goes down the line. It's a good pass. Right side attack. Big swing over the block and long. No touch. Point Northern Lights. 24-20 now. Gleason on the hook for set 2 to send us to a third set. Gleason, good strong serve into the 6. It's a little bit of trouble. Strong side attack. It's over. Gleason with the dig. Sikora outside to Fettrell. Fettrell into the block and down. Fettrell scores for Northern Lights, and they battle back in set number 2 and take it 25 to 20. I'm going to give you some Chad Johnson music because I need to rest the voice a little bit. This one is Might Take Time.
Trains leaving on the road. We've all been here before. Make a clean break for heaven's sake. I never know love without a little hate. Oh, a little Conrad. Annabelle thinks that I'm a fool. What the hell's wrong with you? Going to the lake, little brother Jay, holding on tight to a Bible and a stick, living it up with George Strait. But you know it might take time. Something I'm losing my mind. But just hold on tight. One day I'll see the light. But just know, oh, it might take time. I have a friend named Hollywood. He thinks I'm misunderstood. He told me once or twice you live in paradise, when I'm sitting here just fishing on ice. Oh, sipping honey whites. But you know it might take time. Something I'm losing my mind. But just hold on tight. One day I'll see the light. Just know, it might take time. So hold your nose, despite the lows, and we could agree to disagree. Well, that's one thing that I'd like to see.
All right, Northern Lights did a great job battling back in set number 2, forcing a set 3. It's a race to 15. Don't go far. And we get underway with 575 serving. It's sent over. Munson is there. Stadler goes outside. Fettrell off the high hands. Not off the high hands. Point to 575. It was close, but no cigar. Point 575. Cheatham serving. Fettrell's there. Stadler goes back to Halbersma. Big swing. Finds the net. Point 575. Cheatham once again. Fettrell sends it up. Stadler return to center. Fettrell free ball over. Look out, here comes 575. Slicing shot into the campfire. And quickly, 575 up 3-0. I've seen this movie as well. Lights needs a stop. Preferably right here. Cheatham. Down the line. Fettrell's there. Stadler back to Fettrell. Fettrell over the block. Picked up by the libero. Right side attack. Look out. Town, nice dig. We're still in play. Could have called a lift, but we're playing on. Here we go. Middle attack. Off the block. Good scramble by Northern Lights to keep that ball alive. Jousting at the net. Big arms of Halbert on the other side. But good job, Lights, to earn that point. Now Stadler down 1-3. In system pass. Middle attack. Tao at the dig. Stadler goes outside. Fettrell over the block. Picked up by the libero. Right side attack. Big swing. Blocked. Higuashvili. We're playing on. Dug up by Stadler. Stadler from the floor sends it over. Now here comes 575 again. Strong side attack. Big swing off the block. To the floor. Point 575. 4-1. With Gaines back to serve. Up 3. Set 3. Sent over. Munson's there. Good pass. Stadler to Higuashvili. She's blocked. Scrambling as Northern Lights. Not coming back. And it's a point 575. Lights looks a little discombobulated here in set number 3. Much to do with how 575 is just viciously attacking. No. Off the net cord and over. Ace serve. Unlucky break there. But Lights down 5. Gaines continues at the line. That one's not going to creep over. Point Northern Lights. And now Fettrell down 4. Needs to claw back into this thing. We're racing to 15. Fettrell up. Good serve into the seam. Picked up. Strong side attack. Tipped over. No one home. Point 575. Back to serve now. This is Paget. Paget with a 5-point lead. Sends it over. Munson's there. Stadler goes outside. Gleason, big swing. to the floor, and Jenna Gleason energizes the crowd. 7-3, Lights still down 4. Back to serve Munson. Munson could serve into the 6. Deflection, free ball coming. Put it to use. Munson's there. Stadler with options. Dante in the middle. Tipped over the block and to the floor. Beth Dante scores for Northern Lights. And it's 4-7. Munson back to serve. Into the 5-6. Picked up nicely in system. Middle attack. Look out. That's a good one. Points. 575 cleanly to the 4. They won the race to 8 points. Halfway home as Griffith in to serve. Lights needs to make an immediate turnover. Griffith over. Gleason is there. Stadler return to center. Gleason up down the line. Finds the sideline for the kill. Gleason, good job turning the ball over right away. And now Sikora in. Halbersma will take a break. Sikora down 3, 5-8. Set 3. Winner gets a break. Good serve. Trouble. Not coming back. Point. Northern Lights. Nice serve by Sikora. Passed up. Second contact there. Third into the net. And now Lights down 2. Sikora deep into the 1. Good serve. Trouble. It's over. Stadler goes back on 1. Here comes 575. Munson with the dig and sends it over. 575 again. Middle attack once again. Left-handed this time. Stadler pushes outside. Gleason can't knock it over. Point. 575. Lights down 3. Quinn to serve. Good serve. Munson is there. Sikora with options. Goes back to Gleason. Big swing. Picked up in the back row nicely. Strong side attack over the block. Munson with the dig. Sikora into the middle. Dante off the block. Picked up by 575. Pushed outside. Tip. Sikora is there. Munson's going to go outside. Stadler steps into it down the line. Nice dig. Stadler pushes it up high. Munson back to Stadler. Picked up by 575. Middle attack. Pushed over with 2. Stadler's there. Sikora back to Gleason. Gleason down the line. Finds the net. Point to 575. And they lead 10-6. Up 4. Need 5. Quinn serving. Munson, good pass. Sikora with options. Outside. Stadler, big swing. Nice dig. Free ball coming, and there it is. Fettrell, Sikora, push outside. Gleason tip. Pulled out of the net nicely and tipped over. Dante with the block. Munson's going to go outside to Stadler. Stadler off the block. Not to the floor. Good job, 575. Free ball coming. Munson is there. Sikora goes outside. Big swing. Gleason off the high hands. Picked up in the back row. Nothing's fallen from 575. Free ball again. Munson once again. Sikora goes back to Gleason. Gleason, big swing! It's long. Point 575. 575 not letting the ball hit the floor. Northern Lights continues to fire. 575. Tenacious defense. Timeout Northern Lights. They're down 5. 575 only needs 4. Quite the battle here in set 3. Excellent defense on the far side of the court. 575 in pink. Playing strong. Lights talks it over. Hands up. There's the clap. They break the huddle and take the floor. Wondering how to get the ball to the floor. Keep swinging is what I would say. 575 breaks the huddle. Quinn back to serve. 5-point lead. Coach's point would be okay. Not going to get it. Gleason, good pass. Sikora to Dante. Dante tip. And down. Dante breaks the streak. And brings us to the most convenient point in volleyball, 7-Eleven convenience stores, with Gleason at the line. Gleason into the 6. Good pass in system. Look out. Strong side attack. Tip doesn't work. Point Northern Lights. Then the lead was 3. Gleason down 3, 8-11. Down the line. Good serve. Good pass. Right side attack. Look out. Tip! Picked up by Munson. Stadler goes over on 2. Here comes 575 again. Middle attack. Blocked. Punch back over by Petrol. 575 again. Back row attack. Big swing. Dug up by Sikora. Munson. Touched over by 575 for the kill. The set was high. And 575 swiped to left to score. And now they'll serve, needing 3. Munson, good pass. Sikora into the middle. Dante into the deep 6. Picked up nicely. Middle attack. Big swing. Dug up by Tao. Sikora goes back to Stadler. Big swing. Finds the net. Point 575, and it's back up to a 5-point deficit for Northern Lights. This is Barber serving. Munson goes down to get it. It's an overball. Here comes 575. Strong side. Into the block and down. Everything working for 575. Lights down 6. Backs against the wall. They got nowhere to go. They need 6 to send it to overtime. Number 6 serving. That's Barber. Sends it over. 56 on the pass. Outside. Gleason blocked. Dante pushes it over. They let her go. Strong side attack. Big swing. Munson fouls it off. Over the bench. Out of play. Point and set and match to 575. The A seed takes down the B seed in 3. What does that mean? That means that Northern Lights will play at a scheduled 7 o'clock match in a crossover. I'd say we're slightly ahead of schedule right now. Lights will play at 7 and will hope to play again at 8. They need to win 2 more matches in order to get to the gold bracket. So they take 2nd in the pool. They will play the 3rd seed out of pool 16. I don't know who that is yet, but we will shift to court 32. That's the court directly in front of you. And we will be there for a scheduled 7 p.m. Central start here in the Convention Center. 1-1 is the squad from Northern Lights so far in this young tournament. And needing 2 more matches to stay in gold bracket contention. Just gonna validate that. B2, M2. All right, B2, M2. Loser will stay in the AM, it looks like. So, maybe I was a little wrong. Looks like they can still stay in gold bracket contention, even if they lose, but I wouldn't trust my brief analysis here. Let's just go win-win and call it good, shall we? Okay, we will shut down for now. Join us back 7 p.m. We're playing Kairos 15 Black. That has just been posted. Kairos generally a good club. Feels like we've faced them before. We will see. 7 p.m. So that's about an hour and 15 minutes from now if we're on schedule. And we will see you shortly here on court 32 in the Convention Center, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Special volleyball presentation of Northern Lights 15 Xenon. This is Spollybrook Sports Network here in Minneapolis.
You got a free charge on it.